up? It's me, Philip, Courtney, Gizmo, the whole crew, doing a little live. Getting rid of this old crusty pod filter. And I'll be replacing it with this new crusty, cheap Chinese pod filter. Should be fairly simple, unless of course I'm forced to eat my words as per usual. Let's see. Gotta love when I have to eat my own words, right? A little taste of my own medicine. Usually what gets me to stop and think. The heck? Alright. Pull this thing off. I'm also going to try and put some silicone on the intake boot. See if it will maybe seal a little bit better. We will see. Alright, got the upper radiator hose removed on the SR150. Of course, these come standard with a radiator hose for the intake. And looks like there's a little exhaust piece that is on there as some sort of an adapter to give the pod filter something to clamp onto. Alright, so obviously the intake tube and the pod filter need something to clamp the pod filter onto. Can't clamp this rubber onto rubber, so just gonna bust out the angle grinder real quick. And cut out a little piece of metal. Actually, let me check. Might actually have something already pre-cut from the last time. Stick peek. Touch on the CV some. Let me go check the bandsaw area and see. As you can see, he's got a new helmet on. Not new, but newish. Tommy. Is that a good name for him? Tommy? Alright. You know, I had a little piece of stainless around here. Been trying to do cleaning while simultaneously making a little bit of a mess. Ended up getting a little train set. This is pretty cool. And the plan is take some of this track and run it all the way around the garage, and then maybe put the camera on it, and then it could be traveling around the garage looking at stuff. Yeah, let me check this and see. Oh, there we go. I knew I had something lying around. All right, put this back on here. Courtney also got a new necklace, by the way. She loves it. Can't you tell? I think she loves it. And Gizmo, he is probably going to end up falling off of there, but it's all right. He's got cushion. He's got a little cushion. Throw that down there while I maneuver this camera real quick. MS, California.
iPhone 17, iPad.
California, I run Banana Bread Company. It's called bananabreadbros.net. We could do custom banana bread. We do walnut, we do spinach, we do Alfredo, we do any kind of banana bread you could ever think of. And a lot of banana breads that you really could honestly never think of. It's kind of our thing. They're like, how did they freaking think of that? For example, our salmon banana bread. What's up, MS? Salmon banana bread. You would think it would be gross, but it's not. It's actually really good. Try it. Get some salmon. Thanks, the bread man. I knew you. I had a feeling. I was like, my bread senses were kind of tingling, and I was like, I can feel that there's another bread brother here, and my senses were correct. Using a little hand file, and of course, Harbor Freight. It's your garage. Yes, it is, MS. It is Fang's garage. It's what I love to repeat all day long. I usually like to whisper it into people's ears at night. It's one of my new hobbies. I like to sneak into people's houses late at night when they're in bed, kind of snuggle up next to them, get warm, and just whisper into their ear, it's Fang's garage. And they seem to like it for the most part. A lot of people are giving me positive reception on it. They like it. It's kind of like a little, you know, promotional thing that I do. It's a free service. Also, you know, if you need banana bread delivered, I could do that while I'm there. So, oh, what's up, the deal? How you doing, buddy? Just doing a quick live. I'm gonna be just putting this filter on the pit bike, and then maybe taking the carb off and try and seal up the intake boot a little bit. It's all cracked up and stuff. I'm gonna take it off so I can measure it, and then while I'm measuring it, while my buddy orders a new one, I'm gonna throw some silicone on this old one and see if I can't get it to run a little bit better while we wait for the new one. The deal, it's called the SSR. That's the or I think that's the brand name, and the I think the model name is the SR150. It's a little 150cc. It's got a decent amount of power for a 150. It's fun to ride. It's got kickstart, electric start. Would you say doing O2 sensors at home is worth it, or just go to a shop, get a crappy jack, no torch, and a 20-year-old truck that already have the parts? An O2 sensor. Depending on what I would do, I would just try and do it. Depending on what kind of car it is, if it looks like it's really hard to access it, you might be better off taking it to a shop that can do it. But I mean, some O2 sensors aren't that hard to replace. You could always just rent a part or rent the tool from O'Reilly's or AutoZone or something. But yeah, at that point, you're just going to be paying for labor just for them to do it. But I'm not sure. It depends on your skill level. It's not that hard most of the time, but you definitely don't want to start trying to replace something and then get stuck because you're unable to. What's up? Won't let you down? Oh, realized that I had the tool in my pocket. Yeah, just time. The deal, you're right, man. The deal for real said he fixes all of his own stuff, everything. Yeah, as far as time goes, you know, obviously that's the biggest issue, just paying. But if I can knock it out in 30 minutes, why not just, you know, take care of it? It's actually more convenient just to go do it yourself sometimes, you know. Ace 92. Plus, if you buy the tool, then you'll always have it for the next one. You know the O2 sensor is going to go out on the next car. You might as well, you know. If it's not an extremely expensive tool. If it is, forget that.
Hey, Mama. You remember when you told me how to fish? Feeling a little nostalgic.
You're not going to use it that often.
That's why in the rare event of a network outage, you'll automatically get a bill credit for a full
All right, I'm just going to take this little intake boot off. There we go. Might be easier if I actually
There's DIY.
pop this seat off real quick
And
and
there's doing it
take off the thing.
yourself.
Doing a little bit of cleaning in the garage.
Creative.
So now I'm actually able to walk through the garage. Except
Between a homemade recipe
I just bought a train
and a
set.
household name.
And now it's all over the floor.
Between
So
a daydream
pretty much signature style that I like to do.
and a dream.
Clean it up to make a bigger
It's
mess.
your business.
Eventually I will become the
You
mess.
do it yourself. Create your website on Wix.
I'm gonna check this old. I got one off by luck alone. Other one is stuck in. No amount of force or fire is working. The candle trick, huh? What trick is that? Or do you melt the candle onto the threads or something? Or onto the sensor itself on the threaded part? Maybe to like penetrate it? Yeah, I don't know if it's that stuck. You'd think, they always say it can't be stuck if it's liquid. But yeah, I don't know. If you said no amount of fire will get it out, then I don't know. Maybe you could always weld something on there. Weld on a little handle. That's probably way intense. Let's see here. Take this off real quick. Do a little pop. Pop this little. Nope, it's the wrong size. I forgot. I don't know why, but this one is standard, I believe. On this is standard thread. Oh yeah, it is. I didn't understand that it was threaded for standard, but I would assume that this entire bike is pretty much like metric threaded. I don't know. Here's the little rubber grommet piece I made for the gas tank. It basically bolts down the gas tank, and then it also holds on the seat. And it didn't have anything. It didn't have a bolt or anything, or any rubber grommet or anything for me to copy. So that was the best that I could come up with. It seems to be working. Let me go ahead and turn this gas off real quick. And then, oh yeah, that little petcock thing is broken also. This is a parts bike that he got. So the fact that it's running and everything is all, I guess, just a bonus. He got it for a couple $100, my buddy John. And at some point, he is going to be taking the project over. So yeah, he'll be taking it over and taking his bike back, and he'll be working on it and riding it around. So I'm just getting it running for him. And oh good, the petcock is totally leaking all over the place. It's perfect. And I'm just getting it running for him. And okay, I'll need to cap this off. And then he will probably maybe get a new rear shock for it, things like that. So yep, I'm just doing some of the minor things to get going. What train set did I choose? Yep, don't have a welder. Oh, no worries. We are both Breadman with bald head and full beard. Oh, Breadman, I gotta, are you uploading any bread content? Any bread stuff? You got any buttery videos I could watch? The train set that I got is the 948 train set. Let me actually switch this camera around real quick so you can see it better. This is the train set that I got. It's made by a company called Bachmann. But I looked this up. I got it for $30. I looked it up, and this one piece alone is worth $150. And I got a bunch of the track pieces. Let me show you. All these track pieces. See what I mean? I made room so I could walk through here, and these two weren't in here. But now, of course, these things are, yeah, right where I left them. I was gonna say in the way, and then I was like, yeah, they are in the way. It's right where you left it. Also came with this, William K. Vanderbilt. Wow. Also came with this one, the Fast Mail and Lakeshore, New York Central. And this one right here. I think this is the caboose. So yeah, I got this whole set for $30. And yeah, my plan is to somehow make it go all the way around the garage so I can put the camera on it. And then I assume it will somehow be going through the garage like this, looking at the things that I set up, and maybe some, I don't know, jumps, flips, who knows. Maybe it'll stop by the banana bread factory and show how the bread is made. We got all the bread. We even dabbled into a little bit of banana cornbread. It was getting weird, but that's what we like to do. You wouldn't think it'd be good, but banana cornbread, my gosh. Dip it in a little pesto sauce. Oh my gosh, now you're cooking. All right, I'm gonna pull this gas tank off. Oh yeah, I need that vacuum cap. I don't really trust this kickstand too much. Seems like it wants to do something weird. So definitely don't want this thing to fall. Grab a vacuum cap off of here. And I get it vacuum capped. I'm gonna guess, make a random guess. So it's this size, probably. Pull it off. Gas all over me. Yada, yada, yada. All right. So we're gonna do this without making too big of a mess. Oh. Yep. It's good. Not the right size, I don't think. A little gas in your mouth won't taste good. I was gonna say it won't hurt, but it probably would hurt. So I just changed it to won't taste good. So that covers me, I think. Right? Gas tank removed. Easy enough. Just a little gas in your arm. That's all it required. And that's all I require. Wake me up in the morning. A little gas on my arm. It's better than coffee, actually. It's much less addictive. It wakes everyone up in the house instantly. Everyone's like, what's that smell? What's going on? Is everyone okay? It wakes everyone up right away. So, my little pro tip, what I like to do. Let's see if I can go ahead and fish this carburetor out of here. I'm just going to pull the carb all together. Just to make it easier on myself. Or harder, depending on which way I decide to mess this up. And just take this intake boot off. Finish doing this real quick, since it's getting in the way now. Nice, got that off. And there's a little gasket there. Okay, so my theory is that a couple different things I'm thinking. When I would hit the throttle on this, it would kind of hang up and continue revving until I blip the throttle again, then it would stop. My theory was there's some kind of air leak, and it looks like there probably is. This little boot right here. Let's see. Kind of hard to see, but hold on. Sorry, let me read through your comments real quick. What's up, Valerie? All about the caboose. You know the deal. I don't bake, just deliver nature's own butter bread, which really isn't bread. You're right, the bread man. It is like plastic, huh? Plastic and sugar. You're working on a dirt bike doing a 60s Yamaha 400 at the moment too. Vertical Chinese 125. I'm not sure. Engine space is bigger than a 60s Kawasaki KX 125, and 250 has a small engine from the 60s. Well, I'm not sure. Peace, possibly. I don't want to say yes, and then you go buy it, and then you're like, you said it would. But it could possibly. If it's a small engine, you could always just modify the frame a little bit. This is the intake boot. You can already see some pretty obvious cracking right there. Let's see. I saw a pretty, yeah, there's like kind of some light cracking there, which I'm not too worried about, but I could see it was starting to kind of crack a lot right there. that big old crack. So the plan is to take this off so I can measure it and see if there's any part numbers on it that can maybe salvage. If not, I'll just draw it out and then I'll have the measurements there so that I can order the right one or get my buddy John to order the right one. In the meantime, I'm going to attempt to just put silicone on it. Or maybe some Yama lube. Let me check and see what I have. Yeah, I have some Yama lube 4. And let's see here. What do you guys think? I got Mega Black high temp silicone gasket maker, and then I have Yama Lube 4. Those are the two that I was going to try. One of these two. I think it's a Yama Bond 4 adhesive, silicone based liquid gasket that fills gaps on flange surfaces when cured. Rubber-like gasket that resists high temperatures, seals joints, offers gear and engine oil resistance. This is going to be in between the carburetor and let's see. So this one says not to use with gas and not recommended for gasoline. This one doesn't say anything about that. I guess I'll try this one. I'm going to try the Yama Bond 4. I don't think it's going to make that big of a difference, and I'm just going to be applying it on the outside to hopefully kind of seal up any kind of cracks. I only see a couple that could possibly be coming from this, but also my thought was maybe the idle screw or the idle adjustment screw on the carb is a little bit dirty, so I was thinking maybe it's possibly getting stuck on that. So I'll read through some of your comments real quick. Use Mega Black. Okay, machine over, then a little rubber boot in between the airbox and the part. Oh, machine one, then a little rubber boot. Oh. Use glue, not lube. Clean with brake cleaner or acetone, then sand the surfaces. Do not lube. Yes, build up a seal. So, Random Phantom, do you think I should use the Yama Bond? This is what I use for to seal up the cases in my Yamaha Roadstar, and that's held up so far. Yeah, I'm not trying to spend a ton of time on this because I am basically going to have him order the new one. This is just basically to get the measurement for it and also to throw some of this on there just to see if I can get it to run a little bit better until the new one comes in. But yeah, I'll try that. Sand it, acetone, use liquid gasket material. All right, well, that's what this is. This is liquid gasket, Yama Bond 4 Motorsport adhesive. Permanent fix. Yeah. I'm going to put some of this on here, some of this Yama Bond, and let it sit for a few hours while I take off the carburetor and mess with that and clean it up again. And yeah, and then I will measure it and everything and get my buddy to order a new one. Get some sandpaper. Oh, nice. It's right here. And some acetone. Okay. Can't hurt. Couldn't hurt, right? duct tape and zip ties and super glue for days now. Gasket maker. Yeah, I'm guessing that it'll probably be something easy for him to find, hopefully. And I think it'll probably be readily available, because when I looked it up, there was like a ton, and they all look semi-similar. So, well, I guess I should probably sand it down first, huh? I'll give it a last to him first and sand it and then ask him. So I'm guessing it won't be that hard to find one, but we will see. Who knows? It's been hard to even figure out anything about this little dirt bike. So yeah, hard to get any information from the actual manufacturer, weirdly enough. Not the best website. There's a little sand down. Hopefully help this stuff stick on here. All right, let me just sit here real quick and do this, because it's kind of hard to hold this and freaking sand it at the same time. Get my sand on. Again, I'm not really concerned about this thing being perfect or anything. I'm just literally going to put this on here, put the Yamabond on there, and then I'm going to clean out the carburetor maybe a little bit later, and just try and give it a little test start and see. It runs right now. It's just, again, the throttle was kind of hanging up, so I thought maybe there could be an air leak. And then I looked at this boot and I was like, oh yeah, that's probably leaking a decent amount. So do this, and then I could probably cut out the piece for the pod filter. All right, well, it's pretty much all roughed up, where I'm going to put the Yamabond on there. Hey, that's a decent crack right there. Right on the edge. So, I figured I could put some on there and then kind of sand it down and build it back up or whatever, you know. Sand it a little bit. If I put a little generous amount on there, I think that'll be okay. I'm gonna have to put a little bit on the inside too, just to try and help it out. All right, let me give it a little acetone wipe and then put it on there. Let's see. Let me read through this before. Acetone removes the oil so the gasket sticks better. Okay, machinist. Okay, flex the cracks to help introduce the gasket into, okay, that makes sense. Lube throttle cables by putting some engine oil down the cable sleeve. Rust and dirt make sticky throttles. Duck is the brand. It's all duct tape preventing. Nice. Random fandom. You certainly are the random fandom king. The random Snapple fact king of the episode. And I appreciate all the help. Spreading it open. Spreading it to get the spreading that crack wide open to fully get all the Yamabond inside there is a great idea. That makes total sense to me. Gotta make sure you freaking get it all. It's the tech tip of the day by Random Fandom. You know, I bet you are random. I bet you are a big fan of trivia. I bet you when you get to the party and you bring out the Trivial Pursuit thing, everyone's like, oh, here we go. Here we go. He's pulling it out. He's got the little thing. He's got the little pieces. It looks like a little pie. Here we go. He's a champ. Have you ever thought about trying to go on Jeopardy, random? And taking on the well, I guess he's the host now, I think. If Jeopardy even exists anymore, which it probably doesn't. You know what, random? I've always thought about going on The Price is Right. I've always wanted to go on it. I do that type of stuff. I used to watch The Price is Right almost every day. Just pretty much nonstop loop. I'd sit down in a chair. There's these devices that would pull my eyelids open and keep them held open. And there's flashing lights, lots of mannequin heads. There's these mirrors around that would kind of make you disoriented. So you didn't know which way was up or which way was down. And they just had these people kind of in dark robes dancing around and playing The Price is Right nonstop. And I'd pretty much watch it every day. That's pretty much the only thing they'd let me watch. But yeah, I just sit there and watch The Price is Right for hours and hours. And I would guess it'd be all day because I never went outside. But yeah, I would just watch it almost nonstop. And I've always thought about going on that show. I thought I'd be pretty good. Maybe I'll dress up as a banana or something. I don't know. That'd be fun. That's weird. 98 HD fist. It's not weird, man. It's just The Price is Right. You know. Of course, the price would have to be from. I'd have to. Kind of figure out the prices of things now, because that was back in late 70s that I was doing that I was strapped in that chair, and it wasn't for that long. It was a couple of years, but I was told at the time that it was kind of pretty much the thing that everybody did, but now I'm not too sure. Got the Harbor Freight pick, and I'm gonna attempt to get through this little dried up crusty piece of Yamabond 4. But yeah, it helps out a lot whenever I go to the grocery store, things like that. I know the price of pretty much everything if I'm in an old-timey grocery store that has old-timey prices. All right, let's get this thing lubed up, Yamabonded. We're gonna get it fully bonded with the CB750 in view. All right. It has acetone applied, and we're going to spread it and forget it. Well, I'm not going to forget it, but I'm going to say, hey, you know what? It's been spread. It's going to freaking get in all those cracks. Make sure you freaking wipe it inside there. Don't be afraid. Don't be ashamed. Don't tell anyone what you're doing, but don't be ashamed. This is just between you and the cracks. Okay. Doing a real good job at putting this all in there, if you couldn't tell. It's getting all up in there. This Yamabond, oh gosh. Doesn't look like it's mixed very well. Oh boy. That's a little bit of a drippage I got going on. And let me get something to wipe this off real quick. Let me squeeze some of this out of the tube, because I'm suspect of it now. Let me actually wipe this. It's getting into all the cracks in my hand. I better not spread those cracks, or else it's going to get all up in it's going to be inside my bloodstream. You're going to look into my eyes and see Yamabond 4. You're going to say, wow, dude, you're bonding, huh? I'm going to say, yeah, dude, are we bonding? You'll probably say, yeah, we're bonding. I'll be like, yeah, we are. We're Yamabonding. I'm going to squeeze some of this out and see how it looks. You can see it's like not really mixed in the tube. Not good. Let me throw the cap back on there and squeeze it around a little bit. Make sure it's all nice and mixed up and it's nice and bonded together. If it sticks, it sticks. You're right, random. I just like to have an excuse like this. Just give it a little squeeze. There's a little garage time ASMR we got going on here. Yeah, mix it like Bondo. Yeah, you're right. I could throw a little tiny spatula on there. Let's see if it probably won't be that much better, but we'll see. It's a little bit better. This is a very disgusting diaper. If anyone picks this up, they're gonna be like, oh my gosh. What's inside here? What was this thing eating? I don't even think this was a baby. All right, let me try this again. Throw a little on. Throw a little on here, just like so. Yama Bond. You really got to spread it wide open, folks. Don't be afraid. You're not going to hurt anything. It'll go back. Look, if I hadn't spread it, like Random had suggested, look at that. It wouldn't have got all up in that crack. Or that one. Look at that. Talk about an air leak. This thing ain't never gonna leak no air again. Look at me, Yama Bond pouring into this thing. I mean, this bike's gonna be running off Yama Bond. I'm gonna wake up tomorrow and on the gas tank it's gonna say Yama Bond. Like that's the logo now. Let's see if this thing can Yama Bond
Scorpius?
all these cracks together.
Limited drop.
They legit?
Guaranteed authentic.
05 highs. Also eBay.
Millions of finds with eBay authenticity guarantee.
All right. So now that I have pretty much gotten it wide open,
Need a
I'm
UGC
gonna start
video
working
for
on the
your
outside
business? Find
and
me
start
and many
cleaning
other
this up real
skilled
quick.
creators on Fiverr. Or you could
try
grab
not
a
to
top
get
camera,
too much
add
Yama
those
Bond on
items,
my
make everything pop.
floor.
Learn the latest trends, stay
Although it'll be
updated,
pretty easy to clean
change
up. Just
fast,
throw a little
plan your
razor blade on
content,
it.
Be consistent and
Be
creative.
consistent. Clean up
Know
your Yama
platforms,
Bond.
Adapt.
If you guys want to go to yamabond.com and mention Fang's Garage at checkout, they'll just be like, that's not a valid code. But you could just at least type it in there. It'd be fun. You could imagine they would give you 100% off. And then when you go and it's not even a real website, then you'll be like, well, none of it was real. Was it just a dream? Or was it Fang's Garage again? Seems like every time he goes in there, it's some kind of weird fever dream. And speaking of which, I can feel myself getting ill. So that's fun. It's a fun time. It's going around, folks. What goes around comes around. And that especially goes for being sick. Because it's literally going around. Everyone at work was sick. Everyone at home was sick. My freaking cousin was sick. My freaking neighbor was sick. I looked at my friend and he did a skateboard trick. I was like sick. Yeah, I'm just going to cover it. I'm just going to cover it. Why not just put a fat layer? I mean, besides it just peeling off, I'm going to try and just get it all up inside there. This thing is becoming one. It's fully Yama bonding. Nice. Just increase the outer diameter and decrease the inner diameter. So it's killing two birds with one stone. Let me wipe off a majority of this stuff on the inside and just leave the cracks. Oh yeah, for sure, blunts. This is at least 10 horsepower. We're talking, this thing's gonna be tearing down the street when I'm done with it. It's gonna be nonstop. The cops are gonna see it fly by and be like, all right, we're not even, let's just go home, guys. We gotta go home. I can't, there's no way. There's no point. What's up, Chain? I don't know about that. I've worked as a mechanic and done things with customer tradition to make it work. Yeah, that, you know what? Random, I agree. What am I repairing, Chain? I'm repairing a intake boot for a pit bike. And this is just basically for testing purposes. You can see the silicone got into that, Yama bond got into those cracks. Got one more right there I'm going to try and get in. Yeah, just trying to repair this little pit bike, and just doing a little experiment basically right now with the Yama bond, and seeing if I can get it to run a little bit better, because it seems like there's a little bit of an air leak. So yeah, let me show you the bike that I'm working on. Give me 1 second here. Oh, goodness sake. Got the Yama bond on the phone screen. That's the one, I guess that one I should probably take care of immediately. This is the pit bike that I'm working on right here. And yeah, just trying to replace this or repair this intake boot with a little bit of adhesive. But yeah, just trying to put a little bit on the outside here to try and fill in some of these cracks. And I'm just going to leave it and then maybe try and clean it out a little bit more later once it's dried. As far as the maybe just sand it down a bit or something, but I think it'll be fine. Again, this is just to be used for, you know, just for until we get the new one, which will probably be in a few days. So, and I don't see any part numbers on it, so I will just have to measure it whenever I'm done and just see how it looks. And see what I can find. It feels, I mean, it has a like metal core inside, so it's not like it's just rubber. So if anything, I think that this will probably even seal it just as good as the stock one would, but you know, it'll be up to him if he wants to get a new one. He said he's pretty much down for whatever. We're just kind of cobbling it together, and then he's going to take it back and maybe do the fork seals and stuff like that. So let's see. This is pretty much how it's going to be for now. Let me just swap the camera around real quick. Just like this. Got a little bit on the outside, not too much on the inside, just trying to get those cracks. And yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think? Will this do anything? Maybe I'll put a little bit more on this top crack just to try and help it out. I think once it dries, it's going to be like essentially a whole new rubber piece. Or close to it. Like I said, I use this on the crankshaft, or on when I split the case on the Yamaha Roadstar. That's what the manual said to use, was this Yama bond, and there's no gasket for that. So sorry guys. Unco Junk 150. You know what, man? I have a feeling that one is fuel related, but I'm not giving up on it. It's pretty much got to be fuel related at this point, I think. I don't think it could really be anything else. After the valves were adjusted and everything, I can't see anything. You have that air tank, Sean? It's a good air tank, man. I got it. My coworker gave it to me for free. Let's see. One time my friend let me drill out and put new studs in his four-wheeler. Screw, uncoil threads, drill and tap for the next size bolt for more strength. Oh, okay. That makes sense. No worries chain. I was scrolling quick and I was like, what's wrong with this guy's kid? Then I realized what I was looking at. Thanks, 3 cent pickle. My kid is fine. He's doing okay. He's just a little bit shy and, you know, he's a little bit hungry.
Right now, you can save up to $900
when it's dried to a scrape test, see how well it bonded. Okay, I'll do that.
My partner hates
Thanks, Chain. I appreciate it. This is my buddy's bike, and right now I'm just gonna pop off the carburetor real quick. Let me find this. Put this Yama bond back on here. Clean up my little mess. All right.
Grammarly helps me get the best grades possible while depleting the least amount of hours of my week. I'm Lauren Taylor. I'm a student in Future CMO, and I am a Grammarly user.
Okay.
Grammarly's AI Compose can help me narrow down what to write about. I can, in 15, 20 minutes.
All right, so let me grab one of these. trying to get this, there it goes. Slide was a little bit tight on there. I throw a rag on that for now. So my thought is, take this fuel line off. My thought was possibly the culprit. Okay, if you're following along, go ahead and make sure you get fuel all over your face. So yeah, my thought is, okay, that's weird. A little bit of water must have gotten in there. It's strange. Means that this seal and this gasket is not really sealing right. Something. It's interesting. A little bit of moisture on there, it looks like. Grab a rag. Yeah, the inside of this inside of this slide looks pretty dirty. I cleaned it out, and it's been sitting for maybe, I don't know, a month. Not really being ridden because I was like kind of waiting to see what my buddy wanted to do, and also just been busy and stuff. And it's already got a fair. It looks like there's rust in there, but I don't know. I would guess maybe it's it's probably the rubber boot on top of the slide. It looks like it's probably going through there. Okay, well, another thing to replace. I should tell him to just get a brand new carb. It'll probably come with everything that he needs, the intake boot and everything. My thought is maybe the slide was getting kind of caught up on this idle screw. Or now that I'm looking at it, oh, I see. Maybe the idle screw is bent. It looks like it is slightly bent. Let me take it out and look at it. Because if it's bent, then that would totally make sense why it's getting stuck. Also, it would indicate maybe there's not an air leak. But I don't know. It still seems like there would be an air leak with all that nonsense on there. Let's see. Taking this little screw out of here. Let me put you guys on the, actually I'll leave it here, it's already out. There we go. Yeah, my thought is maybe this is a little bit dirty or bent. It looked like it was slightly bent, but now it's kind of hard to tell.
Don't compromise quality insurance for savings.
Let me clean it off and spray some carb cleaner in there.
Don't, and watch me skip.
Some carb cleaner. I have a cleaner carb cleaner.
You in there? Yes.
Carb cleaner. All right. Let me read through your comments real quick. Nice bike. Thanks, Chain. I ride a 4-stroke BW's 50cc scooter. Oh, nice. Is that a GY6 scooter? Don't feed your kid after dark, and no baths. I'm going to try not to, random fandom, but he loves trying to jump into the bathtub. You can see it in his eyes. He loves to try and jump in there. Anytime we go out to the lake, go fishing, anything like that, he'll climb out on the fishing pole, try and jump in the water. What's up, Ev Jen? How you doing, buddy? Slide piston carb seems so much more problematic as compared to butterfly valves. Another cool thing to make is a power start stand, a fast conveyor belt you can bolt to the, okay. Puts the lotion on skin or else it gets the hose again. PsyOps. You know about PsyOps, right? But let me ask you this: Do you know about Cyclops? Well, he's got lotion. You want some? I know you want some. Oh, what happens if you get gasoline on a Mogwai? We're about to find out, or at least we were. If I hadn't moved him. I wonder what happens. What kind of gremlin comes out if you put gasoline on him? Nothing? Clean this out a little bit. And clean this off. This is the PZ27 carb. I'm not sure if it comes standard on these like 150cc dirt bikes. I was thinking that this was considered a pit bike because that's what he told me when I first got it from him. But then I was looking it up, and I think it's just considered a 150cc dirt bike actually. So I'm not sure what exactly the difference is. If it's only considered a pit bike, if it's like one of those like horizontal engines, like the Lifan engines, or what? I'm not sure. Just trying to make sure these are all kind of cleaned out. All the ports seem clean. I'd like to make a little choke cable for this because it's super annoying to have to sit there and hold the choke while you're trying to start the bike, and it's like way underneath the bike. I don't know if it came with a choke cable or what, but it didn't have one when I got it from my buddy. Yeah, this slide rubber needs to be replaced. It is definitely rusting, so gotta replace that. Get that rubber, get a new slide probably. I think it'd probably be easier just to buy a whole new carb. I would guess this PZ27 carb is probably about $20 on Amazon, I would guess. If my price is right, knowledge is correct. I'm gonna guess $24.99 with it'll come with air intake, pod filter, and yeah. I would guess that, like it, yeah, $24.99. That's my guess. Grab another thing of carb cleaner since this one's out. We're all out. We're going in. Gotta reload. Cover me. Reloading. Courtney is, of course, blinged out with a brand new necklace that she is very excited to show off. If you couldn't tell by the look on her face, she loves it. We were walking around the mall the other day, and she was like, "What do you think of the new necklace?" I said, "I think it looks cool." And she said, "Is that really what you think?" I said, "Yes, I think it looks cool." And she's like, "Okay, you're not just saying that, right?" I said, "No, I'm not just saying that. I think it looks cool." So, yeah. Got the new necklace. I think she said from Forever 21, I believe. I'm not 100% positive on that, so don't double check me, but I'm gonna guess the price on that necklace is going to be $8.99, and it comes with a matching set of earrings. My best guess. We will see. Okay. Didn't realize this was thought that was just a little extra carb cleaner, but I guess not. I guess it was just leaking out of there, so that's nice. Probably should have thought of that. I don't know why I was holding the carburetor bowl upside down and screwing it, thinking it wasn't going to leak. But of course it did. I'll have to get something to clean that up. Let's throw this on there for now. All right, let me check out the carb bowl. It doesn't look too bad. There's a little bit of gas that is left in there. Doesn't look too dirty.
Google Pixel 10.
Throw it on the dirty rag. It is covered in yellow bond. Why not?
Crackers.
Get Google Pixel 10 with Gemini and Watch and Tab, all for $0.
Yeah, it doesn't look terribly dirty.
Time for
Of course, you can't really see, but let's see. How's Gizmo doing? Southwest Carb Hunter, he's doing good, except for that gasoline. Now his eye is starting to twitch a little bit. It's a little bit hard to see, but he started zoning out. He's kind of just staring off into space now. Dream Zone, a 1990 DT 125 Yamaha dirt bike. Nice. Old Cowie CVK carbs are fun to work on. Who's that chick? Kenneth Frazee. That is Courtney, and she's the co-host. She is the one that reads all the comments, and she replies to all the mail that we get. We get a lot of fan mail, and she replies to all of it, hand writes all of it. Boil rubber seals in oil, and they may relax and swell back into shape. Okay. Is that a normal American garage? Nederlands Passie. Yes. If you have not been to America, we always have this kind of stuff. This is standard for every American and their garage setup. Most guys have a lathe like this, and they usually have a woman stand there and monitor it. That is mine right there. She is one of the helpers, and this little guy right here, he operates the red button for the lathe. What, Khalid? This is how every American garage looks. Also, most American garages collect helmets. In most American garages, also just all sorts of things, all sorts of tools, motorcycles, you name it. Most American garages have a Cyclops security guard like I have right here. And also most American garages, we like to just collect weird stuff and work on weird stuff. So yes, you're right. This is what most American garages are like, and this is what most Americans are doing. If you are not from America, you can pretty much on a Sunday afternoon guarantee that most Americans are sitting around with their friends, having a good time and having a couple of laughs. So yeah, this is pretty much the typical thing. If you've never been to America, you're more than welcome to come on by, and we are here to welcome you with open arms. We'd love people to come visit and come see how great America is. We are very friendly, as you can tell, and we are not up to anything mischievous or anything weird. Unless you're here at Fang's Garage, in which case we're always doing something weird. And right now we are going to be on the screwdriver cam, guys. We're going to be checking out what screwdriver I'm going to be grabbing today. Let's see. We're going to go with the Studebaker vintage all metal construction screwdriver, and we're going to see if it's going to work. Most American garages do come with a standard Studebaker flathead screwdriver, in case you're curious about that. But a lot of people don't know that. Sometimes they're hidden inside the house, hidden underneath the house. That's why some of my neighbors were asking, like, what's going on? Why are you digging out there in the yard? What's all this? Like, what are you doing back there? What are you burying? I said, I'm trying to see if there's anything buried in the yard, any kind of Studebaker flathead set, anything like that. So taking out the pilot jet. Looks like it's got a little weird gunk on there. Let's take a little peek. Huh? Oops, accidentally kicked over the train set. I'm going to move this thing since it does MSRP at $156 USD on eBay. Check out the pilot jet. It's got a little bit of gunk on there. Do you see that? A little hard for my camera to pick it up. You see that little white piece of like toilet paper on there? Is that standard for the SSR 150 to have toilet paper on the pilot jet? You grew up in a rural town? You know what? No, I did not. Canadian garages are like that too. Thanks, Shane. You from Canada? That's cool. What is normal? We have rich and poor people here. How many of each do you have? I have no idea how many rich and poor people there are. I think I'm considered to be in the lower class of financial people, according to what it says online. That's okay. That's why I learned to fix stuff. Plus, it's funner. You know, it's actually much funner and much more accomplishing if you just try it and fix it yourself. Especially if it's really hard and then you finally figure it out. Then it's like 5 times as fun. And then you can really jump for joy. All right, the pilot jet appears to be clear. I do not want to shove anything in there, but I will shove this little straw in here. And it looks like it's a size 38 pilot jet, I guess. It does look like it's shooting out of the orifices, as it should. Nice. And it looks like all the ports are... Wait a minute. That port looks slightly less clear than the other port. Oh, it does, huh? Partially clogged. I see what you're trying to do to me, you little pilot jet. You're not getting away with this. Did you really think you were going to freaking get away with this, you little pilot jet? I don't think so. Not today. Not at Fang's Garage, but you know what? Unfortunately, folks, we are running out of time. I'm on a time crunch today, but I will be working on this bike or probably another bike or maybe something else. Maybe I will work on the train set. Maybe I'll start doing a cartwheel marathon. Maybe I'll start showing you guys the secrets behind all my banana bread recipes. Maybe I'll start doing all that stuff and more. Maybe I'll do the I'll try and start up the Vulcan, the Kawasaki Vulcan 900. Have you guys ever considered that I put Marvel Mystery Oil in there? And it might be time to just try and crank it over and see what happens. See if those if that engine really is seized or not. Or maybe we could work on the pit bike foot pegs together. Or maybe we could check on the vinegar that I put inside the gas tanks. Did you guys see that? When I put vinegar in there? You want to see? I want to see. I want to see it all. Look at this coffin tank. This thing is filled with rust, and I poured some vinegar in there with some rust, or not with some rust, with some nuts and bolts. Also, the EX500, well, it's pretty much rideable now, but the Kawasaki Vulcan, that thing is filled up with vinegar. So that thing also needs to be cleared out. Also, what will happen with the rigid frame? Who knows? I've got some really long Springer forks that are waiting to be put on there. Courtney, she pretty much knows all the secrets that are happening in the garage. And she knows the ins, the outs, the ups, the downs, the frontwards, the backwards. She knows all the secrets. She knows all about the clamp tripod that we made on one of the earlier episodes. It is clearly doing its job right now. And we also found out about the clamp cam and how essential it is. All right, I'm gonna try and clean out this pilot jet real quick. Piece of wire we just stripped. Oh, probably not that one. It's all bent up. This one has a little snag on the end. That'll probably be okay. I could see one of these little side ports are partially clogged. Let's see. It's that one right there. Pretty hard to see, but yeah, you can see it's kind of clogged on this the one on the left side. So I'm going to clean it out. If I could fish this thing in here. Copper is weaker than brass, right? If we're doing rock, paper, scissors with metal, brass beats copper, correct? So make sure I'm not marring this thing up all badly. Might as well check out the other one while I'm in here. Nice. Oops. Little tiny copper brush, essentially. All right, let me read up through here real quick. Leftover from whipping. The key to life is having enough. All right. The garage is just a place to store tools. Almost all mechanics are poor, so yes, stereotypes follow us. You know what? Maybe that's correct. I personally love the idea of fixing stuff. I think it's fun. It's actually really fulfilling. Old baby 250 Ninjas run well on 110 main jets, unipod filters, 2.5 turns out on pilot jet. I was actually just looking at a 250 Ninja earlier today. I was like, oh, it's kind of a cheap deal. I was like, oh, maybe I get that. And I was like, nah, I better not. What's up, CNMA? How you doing, buddy? Acetone can be good for removing grease and grime, but it also be beneficial remove vegetable oils from your skin and cause skin problems. Okay. That is good to know. I will have to let Gizmo know about that. He is unfortunately sitting on the acetone, and he kind of likes sitting there. Put an electrode in the tank and use the galvanic process to remove the rust. All right. You should call her on the hunt. Don't try and call her on the hunt. Don't try and call her. Her cell phone's not working. She has a flip phone, and she refuses to get a newer phone. I said, well, okay, what about a new flip phone? Have you seen those? She said, no. I said, why? She said, because it's not the same. I like the simplicity. I said, why do you need simplicity? And she said, because she doesn't like to be contacted. I said, oh, okay. She wants to stay off the grid, Courtney. Kind of crazy, you know? She's clearly fully plugged into social media. Nice. That thing is shooting out. Nice. Shot right up onto the phone. Blow it out. Blow out the camera. Blow out your eardrum. Sorry about that, folks. It does look quite a bit cleaner than it did before. So I'm going to spray this out a little bit more. Nice. Let's see. Back to my senses. Okay, you can call her on the hunt, but you know, she is a little high maintenance and all. She does love bracelets, which is kind of strange. You wouldn't think so, but ever since she got that necklace, she's been all about necklaces and bracelets. She doesn't like earrings for some reason. She said something about her ears. She doesn't like anyone touching her ears. What's the matter? Pilot jet keeps getting clogged for the micro rust in your tank, getting past the fuel filters. I've got my tank in my tub right now with 4 gallons of vinegar. Oh, nice, Jacob. So yeah, it could be that. It could be getting in there. The pilot jet, it seemed like it had some like water on it. Like it was like almost like how brass would be if you left it out in water. It had like some kind of like a white residue on it. So I'm not sure. What do you think that is? Like, is that from water? 4-stroke dirt bike jets. Yes. No, unfortunately, Ruben, I don't have any bikes for sale right now. Located in California. This is my buddy's bike that I'm repairing for. So your pain buddy, I had to do that multiple times with different chemicals because it ate a hole in a bad part of the tank and it drained out. Had to do it again. Oh, that sucks, dude. Yeah, it was running fine, but it was just basically, I don't know exactly which model this is, but it's supposed to be an SSR 150. But yeah, the problem I was having is whenever I hit the throttle, I hit it and then I let go of it and I could hear the slap back down, but it would still be revving, like as if it still had air getting introduced in there. So basically what I did today was just put some of this Yama Bond on this intake right here. And so basically I'm just letting it cure. And this is just a temporary fix because I'm going to let my buddy know to order a new one once I measure it out for him and everything. And then he'll just get a brand new one, so we don't have to really worry about it. This is just for testing purposes. Let's see. Never run these on reserve. Crap goes straight into the carbs. Okay. Had to ask. Just got to Georgia looking for a project or a new toy. I love wrenching and installing. Nice, Ruben. What kind of have you owned any motorcycles recently, or? Let me grab a wrench real quick. I'm gonna have to wrap it up pretty soon here in a few minutes, guys. If you do want to check out the progress later on tonight. I'll be going live again tonight, probably, if everything works out. Maybe not. Not sure, but most likely I will be. Probably about 10 p.m. or 9:30, somewhere around there. But yeah, if you guys want to check out some more of this content, I've been repairing the pit bike, the Vulcan 900, the EX 500, the Yamaha Roadstar. Haven't really repaired that, but I'm planning on doing some stuff to it. Get this little tube out, and this is what I was talking about right there, that white stuff. Is that from water? Maybe there is water getting into the gas tank. It has that little tube on the top, the little vent tube. I shouldn't have wiped that, dang it. Oh, you can see it right there. Like I said, I cleaned this like maybe a month ago, and it was running fine. I just decided, I'll just take it off and clean it out again. If that boot sealant doesn't work, try spraying starter fluid around the different areas. Yeah, I'm going to try that, Jacob. That's what I was going to try next. I should have done it before I took it off here, but I was just kind of excited to try and do something to it. I haven't gone live in a couple of days. 87 J-Arm Banshee, 96 FZR Honda, CR250, some of the recent ones. Before I left Iowa, I had to help my buddy Kevin get his mini chopper to idle. His carb was all out of whack. Oh, nice. Was that one of the Predator 212 cc engines, or what kind of engine does a Mikuni carb? I think yes, it is a 4-stroke. I'm not sure if this is a Mikuni carb. It just says on the carb bowl right here. Let's see. Or no, it's on the carb body actually. Right here, P7 or PZ27. Oh, nice. Yeah, I have not tinkered with a 2-stroke yet, really. So. That's definitely not my ballpark. I briefly rode a YZ250 one time when it was I was out in the desert, and pretty much knocked over the bike. It was a long time ago. I'd never rode before, so didn't know anything about riding. Just tried it, but it had a lot of torque. I had never rode a 2-stroke after that. Well, actually, I did work on the, I did ride the 66cc motorized bike engine kits around for a long time, so. All right, I'm gonna throw this back on here real quick, and then I'm gonna wrap it up, guys. Got some stuff to do, but I'll just put this back together real quick. Cross thread it. If you're following along, make sure that you do not put it in there straight. Make sure you cross thread it for the next guy, unless that next guy's you, in which case you better freaking be careful, dude. Don't mess this up. Do not mess this up. I'm serious. If you mess this up, it's going to cost you at least $4 or $5 to get a new jet, maybe, if that, probably less. You can probably get this whole entire carburetor for $24.99. You guys can check it out. You can debate it all you want. Look at that. See that? All that gunk. What is that? Is there a snail living inside there? What the heck is that? Is it a snail crawling around inside the carburetor bowl? And I don't know. I can't see it. Oh, I love me some 2-stroke smell in the morning. You know I love me some 2-stroke smell in the morning. Motocross PK. I got some really sick old motocross pictures that, let me just show you real quick. Come with me. Come with me if you want to see the pictures. Even if you don't want to see the pictures, you still have to come with me. I know exactly where they are. Check it out, Motocross PK and Ruben. This guy loved him some 2-strokes. Look at this. Nice. Check these out. There's some really cool ones in here from some vintage, like, desert racing. Sick. Look at this. starting line. They're ready to race. They're ready to ride straight over to Fang's garage. Well, guys, the train needs to be assembled. The pod filter needs to be put on. Courtney has an appointment to get her hair done, and guess what? We're running a little bit late. So, guys, if you want to see anything about the Ultima 127, the CB750, the SR 150, the Vulcan 900, the EX 500, the Yamaha Roadstar, the BMW K1100. If you want to know about Nancy and why her eye is like that, it's not a glass eye, it's a real eye. Okay? If you want to know about any of that, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. We're going to be back later on tonight doing a live video. We put out a video once a week. I'm doing swap meet stuff or motorcycle stuff or some weird stuff or whatever stuff. I don't know. Check this out. What happened to this raccoon? His little tail. It's all right. He's our new buddy, and he's going to be here live tonight. Probably like 9, 10. I don't know. Maybe tonight. Maybe later on. I got to go, though. I'm out. Fang's garage. I'll see you guys when I turn the light back on. Later, alligator. Peace. Fang's garage. We're out.